Thank you for joining me for another new music review. I'm your host, Savannah. Let's get right into it. So apparently Guns N' Roses has a new single out. I had no idea. I honestly thought that they were just cruising on legacy songs and maybe something from 2008's Chinese Democracy, but I highly doubt it. When it comes to the vocals, it's not a secret that Axl Rose's vocals have definitely taken a hit over the decades. Just go to YouTube and there are many clips. I'm going to be honest that in this song, they actually don't sound as bad as I anticipated. They don't sound as good as they did 30 years ago, obviously, but they don't sound terrible. The music itself was okay. You can clearly tell it's Slash playing guitar, but the solo wasn't anything spectacular. To be quite honest, the music in general wasn't too spectacular. I really did like the piano. I thought that was killer. Kind of gave it sort of a eerie kind of vibe, I suppose. I don't know, maybe it's just me. The only Guns N' Roses song that's currently on the playlist is You Could Be Mine, and unfortunately after this one, until I hear a little bit more, maybe some songs that are coming out afterwards, maybe the rest of an album, that will be the only song that is on the playlist. So the only time I've actually heard of the band The National is through Taylor Swift. I'm going to be quite honest, and I didn't bother to discover any more of their songs, so here we are doing Space Invader for our new music review. A minute and a half in, and it sounds like a very beautiful song, so that is a good sign. I feel like I don't actually have a lot to review with this track because I actually really like it. I have a hard time articulating why I like it, but to me it just kind of feels very floaty and very airy, and it's just, it kind of sounds sad and melancholy, but there's this feeling of just this sort of mood lifter, like everything will be okay. And sometimes it's crazy to me that music can portray that without any words or really any vocal direction to bring you in. You just hear the music and you're like, okay, I understand what they're trying to portray. And that's kind of what I'm getting from this. Even the long, mainly instrumental outro just seems really beautiful. And there was only maybe one or two times my second listen, I was like, okay, this is a little long, like I kind of get the point. But the more I listen to it, the more I'm like, no, I actually like it. I want to stay in this sort of airy drift off feeling a little bit longer, and I'm glad that this song sort of affords me to do that. So this is definitely going on the playlist, and I think it's worth exploring the rest of their discography. So fingers crossed that I, one, remember, and two, do it. And for our last track today, we have Calum Scott with At Your Worst. I'm honestly not sure what I thought I was getting into with this track. I don't think I was expecting pop country, but I am down for it because it is a lot more pop, a lot less country. Admittedly, he does have a pretty interesting voice. I like the high notes that he hits, and he kind of sings at a mid to lower range, so hearing that sort of contrast is really nice. I really like the steady beat. It's very kind of, I want to say upbeat, but I'm not really sure. I just know that I just want to keep shaking my shoulders like this to the beat of the song. It is a very simple song. It's under 3 minutes. It really gets its point across. I really like it. I can totally see this being played at a wedding, and I am slightly offended that he assumes that everyone has a worst side. I'd like to think mine is best all of the time. Oh yeah, and it's definitely going on the playlist. I like this one. And that is the end of this week's new music review. Thank you for joining me. Kind of felt like a short one, maybe a little condensed version, but we got 2 out of 3 songs on the playlist, so I'd like to think that that was pretty good. So, thank you again for watching. Check out Rate the Record every Monday, and check out Chris's new music review. He's also releasing one this week, because this week we are celebrating our 2nd year of the podcast. So, celebrate with us, check out all our videos, and I'll see you again. Bye-bye.